I have not always been religious. As a matter of fact, there was a long time period of my life, 17 years, when I was probably anything but religious. This is coming from the point of view of someone who went to church because I thought it was something that my parents wanted me to do, and that's about it. I had a Bible that essentially collected dust and held down whatever was underneath it and kept it flat for me, and that's about it. It was like having the owner's manual to some fancy device, but never actually using the device. You know, big deal. And then one day things changed. I went through something at the age of 17. I just returned from a beach trip. I'd gotten home and I dropped something on the floor, reached down to get it. No one else was in the room with me. Felt something pushing me. Thought somebody was behind me, looked behind me, there was no one there. I found myself on the floor, unable to get up. I thought I was having a heart attack or something like that. I thought, what is wrong? You know, what's going on? And I was too scared to actually call out. I saw what I will always describe as a blinding white light. And I heard a voice as plain as the voice you were hearing coming out of my mouth now say, "Don't you think you've waited long enough?" And I sat on that floor, scared to death. I immediately tried to get my life in a more Christian order, but I didn't tell anybody about that. You know, how do you bring that up in conversation? It's kind of like saying, hey, a UFO landed in my yard last night. I was in another band for around 8 years, and as far as the kind of music that I play now, a lot of what I learned about the Clang Quartet show that I would later apply to the Clang Quartet show was during the time I was with this particular band. We focused a great deal on dynamics, things of that nature. We brought dissonance, noise, etc., which was a major factor in what I'm doing now. I began focusing on using instruments that were not necessarily what you would call standard instruments. All these things started disappearing though, and I said, no, I'm not ready to give them up. So I started doing the Clang Quartet show as a way to keep those elements going, and then lo and behold, that band broke up, and well, what started off as a side project wound up as my main show, and that's been going on now for over 14 years. Clang Quartet for me is, story-wise at least, it's my personal journey, my walk through life without Jesus, Jesus' crucifixion, resurrection, my life with Jesus, a process of renewal, a process of saying that Jesus died for my sins and I have a second chance. I can get past the old Scotty Irving and go into a new Scotty Irving. Not every single person who comes to the show is going to walk away a conformed or confirmed Christian or whatever. I'm not worried about that. If they see something they get out of it that they're not going to get from somebody else, I'm happy to be there for them.